Well, hi, I'm Bill Ritchie at the Halfwood Press Workshop in Seattle, ready to test number 76 today. But before I get started, I have to clean up. What I'm doing is putting together number 77. And the interesting thing about number 76 and number 77 is they're both going to Australia. This one is about, you can see, half finished. And after I get finished testing number 76, I'll be finishing, completing, putting together number 77. But for now, I better clean up my things here and go get number 76 and get ready to test number 76. I'll be right back. Okay, got my counter clean, and I'll go get number 76 out of the cubby hole. And here is Mini Halfwood Press Number 76, all ready to be tested and put on its way to Australia. I'm going to go over what's in this press, in the box that comes with the press. I'll start with the little book that every press has. It's kind of like a little birth certificate of the story of making this press, what kind of woods I used, and so on. In the box, I have the certificate of authenticity showing when it was ordered and how long it took. This will be the DVD that you're watching when it's finished. The owner gets a new set of felts to go with the press. She also gets a new test plate and a little book about the copper, the 22 gauge copper that I use. Another stamp, artist stamp for number 76. An Allen wrench for keeping on hand in case the wheel ever got loose. It's unlikely, but there it is if you need it. I have the owner's manual, or the user's manual, which goes through the basic facts about the press, and the test plate that I'll be printing in a few minutes. And when I get finished printing 2 trial proofs of the test plate, I'll mount it onto this nice piece of paper, and it also has a story on the back about the test plate and why it's shaped like an artist's trading card and so on. That'll be when I get it all finished, when I've done printing 2 trial proofs. Now it's time for me to set up my etching table. I'll start with the sticky or gripper pad that I like to put under the press so it doesn't slide around when I'm using it. I'll put in some previously used felts in the press and start setting it up for pressure. I start by turning the pressure all the way down to the bed of the press till it touches. That way I'm sure that the roller is level. It's important to keep the roller level with the bottom roller. So then I turn it back about 12 half turns, enough to give me some clearance to get the felt under the top roller. Then I turn it back down to get the high pressure that I need to pull the trial proof. Now I can count down about 4 half turns, or I can use the roller rulers that are on the side of both sides of the press, and I can match the numbers on those roller rulers. Okay, that makes the pressure correct. I do a lot of that by feel. From long years of experiences, I know about how tight it should be, but those little rulers are helpful for beginners. The most important thing is to keep them level, don't get them changed. Now the pressure is set, and I can set up the rest of my bench for getting the first and second trial proofs done. I decided to use some violet ink today. This is Charbonnel Violet. And I've plugged in a hot plate. I added a drop of double-aught plate oil to make the violet a little easier to wipe today. So I'm ready to start. My hot plate is getting hot. My ink is mixed. Get on my gloves. My plate is ready. So I'm ready to ink it up. The little piece of mat board, just spread the ink around. It goes a lot easier if I warm it slightly. It gets hot right away. And I'll put it over on the gripper pad to finish spreading around the ink on that warm plate. Now I've got the ink nicely spread out. I'll put it on the hot plate momentarily just to warm it, and then I'll start the tarlatan wipe. I have two pieces of tarlatan ready. One is dirty. I'll use that to get started, and then I'll finish with the cleaner tarlatan. Okay, that's enough for that tarlatan. Now I'll switch to the paper wipe. I sometimes skip the paper wipe and go directly to the hand wipe. Off with the glove. A little talcum powder to dry off that part of my hand that I want to use. Then finally, before I print, I'll clean the edges. There, the edges are clean. Off with the gloves. Get my paper, which I have kept underneath the ink slab. I soaked this paper about an hour before I started today, and then I blotted it off and put it back in the sandwich bag until I was ready to use it. I'm going to warm the plate just a little bit to soften that ink once more. And then on to the press bed. When I get this finished, when I get it through, I'm going to turn the press around for the benefit of the video. And I'm going to add a moment number. Today's date, the year is 11/01, the 17th day, and by the 24-hour clock, 11:40. That's the moment it was printed. And there's trial proof number 1. Well, that completes the test for number 76. As I said, I will be printing a second trial proof, and of the two, I will send one to the owner and I will keep one for myself. So that completes the test. Thank you for watching. I'm Bill Ritchie from Seattle's Mini Halfwood Press Workshop.